The shaking,
LA, yeah.
yeah.
That would be a little scary. I don't think people realize how many lights are hanging from the rafters up here. So when you see your anchors duck and hide under the desk, it's 4 good reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want to get knocked out. Now today we did see some nice weather, at least in the afternoon.
Gorgeous.
You mentioned.
And it didn't seem like it would burn off. It was so thick this morning. I was surprised.
Very thick. You know, the marine layer sort of burned away, but there was a lot of cloud cover with the low pressure that moved through. So sort of a mixed bag out there in terms of where the clouds were located with respect to the ground or higher up in the atmosphere. Now, daytime highs today around Santa Barbara, Ventura, Oxnard, all warming by a couple of degrees, but staying cool out there in Santa Ynez, just 63 degrees, 64 this afternoon in Lompoc, a very cool 58 in Morro Bay. But take a look at Santa Barbara topping out at a nearly perfect 71 degrees. And speaking of nearly perfect, looking pretty nice out there this evening. Friday night, we're on the eve of Good Friday, and we're just a few days away from Easter Sunday. Passover still taking place, so a holy week, if you will. And very comfortable out there weather-wise. Currently, we're at 66 in Santa Barbara. Still a few clouds lingering mostly across the mountaintops, but it's dry out there this evening. 59 right now in Santa Maria, 57 in Lompoc, and 57 degrees in Santa Ynez. But as we look ahead to your weather headlines, here comes a weekend warm-up. We're looking good as we head throughout the next 48 hours. In fact, by Sunday, that's going to be the warmest day in my forecast. Widespread 70s at the coast, 70s and even lower 80s in the valleys. Next week, we reverse the trends as we cool things back down, and we are tracking a storm next week. But notice right here at the bottom of your screen, a wind-driven storm. I think the rain only reaches as far south as Central California. And really, that's a bummer. We desperately need the rain. And tonight, we are watching a little bit of light rain activity moving inland across southern parts of the Golden State. This is that upper level low, and rain bands are still rotating around the western edge, moving in from the north to south. But I don't think we're going to see any here locally. As the sun goes down, that rain threat in our mountains will actually wind down. And by tomorrow, with low pressure moving off to the east and high pressure building in, we are talking about dry and warmer conditions. So as we mentioned, the weekend forecast looking nice. Then by next week, another storm system does drop down the coastline. So for tomorrow, decreasing clouds in the forecast. Overall, it'll be a nice and sunny afternoon in most areas. Temperatures up a few more degrees from what we saw today. 72 for Montecito, 73 in Santa Barbara. Santa Ynez up by more than 10 degrees by tomorrow afternoon. Some mid-70s in that area. 79 to Tascadero. Still some cooler high 50s and low 60s for those beaches in San Luis Obispo County. So maybe keep that in mind if you're heading to the beach around the 5 cities. Bring that jacket along. But if you're watching us tonight from farther inland, say around Ojai, temperatures tomorrow very warm and comfortable by the afternoon hours. And those warm trends continue through Sunday. Look at the Easter Bunny, excited by that high of 76. Nice on Monday, although we begin to cool down. And then those winds and clouds do increase as we head towards Tuesday and Wednesday. The next 7 days in Ventura County, no threat of rain here. Temperatures warming through Easter Sunday and then cooling by early next week. Our next 7 days is Santa Maria up to 73 on Sunday, 70 on Monday, and 67 on Tuesday. And in the Santa Ynez Valley, we're going to hit a high of 80 degrees. Beth and CJ on Easter Sunday. Great looking weather out there all weekend long. Still a little overcast in some spots tomorrow morning, mostly by the beaches, but really some very nice afternoons ahead.
And nice Sunday ahead.
Yeah.